This match was released first on VOD on our Patreon. Our VOD is the only way to watch Purpose Wrestling shows edited in full. Thank you to these patrons who help support Purpose Wrestling and bring great pro wrestling to you. To join and support Purpose Wrestling, please visit purposewrestling.com/VOD, link in the description. Purpose Wrestling, made with love. Purpose Wrestling is back. We are here in the library, in Merton Art Space, in Wimbledon, for Friday. I'm in love. I'm Bobby Davies and I'm joined by Rex Armstrong.
Oh, Bobby, it's Friday night. I've just done the beer whiskey challenge and the turbo diesels are on me, my friend. In other words, I am buzzing.
Oh, but are you in love, Rex?
I'm always in love. I'm in love with you, Bobby. I'm in love with wrestling. I'm in love with life. But I'm especially in love with this beer.
What about David Francisco? I think I could have loved David Francisco more than when he challenged Michael Oku to this match.
Exactly. What is not to love about a man that is attempting to shut the OJMO up?
Last time we were here in the library, Michael Oku called out Nino Bryant after Ollie Peace had beaten Nino down with a chair. And you know what? David left commentary. He'd had enough. He was sat here with me and decided, no, I'm 90% there on my arm, but I'm going to go shut this guy up. And you know what he did? He hit him with the ruckus and called him out for this show, Rex.
And as we were saying earlier, Bobby, we couldn't love him more for it. However, like you said, this is David's first time back here after that injury. Is it going to play on his mind? Is he going to factor it in? Hasn't factored into his game plan. I don't know. Have you had a chance to talk to him?
Yeah, I have. I think the game plan might go out of the window the second he sees Michael Oku's face, if I'm honest with you. Because it's so punchable.
I mean, I can thoroughly relate to that, Bobby. Being in that situation myself, you can have a game plan until you see and want to punch Michael Oku in the face.
As to be expected, the crowd here in Merton are behind David Francisco. Because like you and me, Rex, they don't want to see anything more than the OJMO getting slammed on his arse by a ruckus.
Exactly. And on cue, his ears burning, you speak of the devil, he shall appear, Bobby. Michael Oku's making his way to the ring.
Shall appear from Los Angeles.
Well, yes, exactly.
From the Bowler tournament, where he had a match with Takeshita and with Chris Jericho. I have to give it to Mike. His intros are normally so fanciful, but today at least it was factual. He is the only wrestler in the world to have wrestled Chris Jericho and Fabio Romano.
I mean, you cannot dispute that fact. As much as it frustrates me to say it, Bobby, you cannot dispute that fact.
Just as a broken clock is right twice a day, Rex.
Exactly. Now, the thing is here, though, Bobby, and that, you've heard the phrase, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, or the higher they are, the further they have to fall. All those sorts of idioms that we have to say. And you've got to wonder, even though he is probably on the form and the run of his life, how much longer can Michael Oku keep this sort of pace, this sort of wrestling form up?
I think, if you will, Rex, he may have a fall from grace.
Oh, I see what you did there, Bobby. I love it.
Gotta love a pun here at the Purpose commentary desk. Now, is it me, or is Oscar having to kind of talk David out of jumping Mike here?
I think David's fired up. Like you said, that's a punchable face that Michael Oku owns right there. I can't blame him. But also, this has been a long time coming. David has been probably wanting to get his hands on Michael Oku for a long time.
Well, this is actually, the delay in this show is probably to the benefit of David Francisco and that injured arm. You love to see it, Rex. Turning that catchphrase round him.
I love a good crotch chop, Bobby. I love it.
You know who didn't love that?
Who?
Oku.
Oh, well. There's not a lot that he does love, actually, if I'm honest. Except for himself.
Yeah, I think half the reason he was so excited about Bowler was that more people would know his name, and not in a positive way. Just needs that ego rub.
Oh, David already here talking some smack at Michael Oku. And do you know what's really come across so far, Bobby? The confidence. I mean, different kinds of confidence, but the confidence both of these men have right now in this ring.
David Francisco has come out with a lot of fire and a lot of confidence, but Michael Oku actually come out a bit somber, if you ask me. Always full of confidence. He's a cocky guy, but I think he knows that he's got a big fight ahead of him.
I think so too. So does David, but it's making David smile. David looks like he's looking forward to it. Oh, okay.
That's not going to help. That big left-handed slap from Francisco.
Oh!
Out of the ring. Here we go, Rex. We are underway. Friday I'm in love. Wrecking ball dropkick takes out Oku. The crowd here are getting more than their money's worth already. Here they are in the front row.
I think that dropkick just sent Michael Oku into one of the bookshelves, Bobby. I don't think he knows where he is.
I don't think he knows where he is at the best of times, but after these elbows, he's going to have a funny taste in his mouth. Back rake by Francisco. Now this isn't normally David's MO. Back rakes, a chop to the chest sat in the front row. But he just hates Michael Oku that much.
Look at the confidence. Look at the pleasure, dare I say it, Bobby, beaming off of David Francisco. I don't think there's anything he loves more, with the exception of making his hair very, very wet, than beating up Michael Oku.
He said it here before on comms. His favourite thing in the world is to either beat up Michael Oku or watch Michael Oku get beaten up.
And then closely followed by the hair.
Yeah, third, maybe fourth there.
Oh, I think that chop's still hanging around with Michael Oku there. The trouble is with these chops, Bobby, a lot of people underestimate. Oh, gosh!
Spinebuster on the edge of the ring. Oku's back must be raking in pain.
Oh, my gosh, that, any sort of landing on your back, but especially on that hard part of the apron, that is going to send pins and needles down your legs, down your arms. You're going to struggle to stand, but more importantly, like you're seeing now, you're going to struggle to defend yourself.
Oku just getting left hands from David right in the face. David
I don't know how smart this is.
Big boot right to the jaw. Bang on the mark. Oku looks barely conscious, Rex.
Oscar rightfully there, having a look at the boot print that's in Michael Oku's face right now. Good grief.
Some may say that's a bit of karma after Michael Oku left the boot print on your head, Rex.
I mean, Bobby, you're right, and I'm loving this. Do it again, David, go on.
Just those back clubs. Someone might think that David Francisco had been training with Ollie Peace with a back club like that.
Oh, clearly he's been doing some cardio. I'll take it all back.
Another big boot.
Turned him inside out.
Oku doesn't know where he is. He thinks he's Road Dogg in the 2000 Royal Rumble, hanging on to the bottom of that bottom rope.
Michael Oku's legs spasming off the back of that kick and grabbing onto the second rope, but they're a mind of their own.
The fans here are enjoying this arse whooping, Rex.
Sometimes, Bobby, you just got to give the people what they want, and what the people want is beating up Michael Oku. Oh no! Oh!
And Michael Oku missing that diving frog splash. Francisco just stepping out of the way. Another big boot. Third boot to the jaw. I think he literally regained consciousness with a second to spare.
You've got to think probably the sound of Oscar's hand hitting the mat is what brought Michael Oku around, because after 3 kicks like that, he was seeing black, let me tell you.
Now, David Francisco loves being in the wrestling ring, but I don't think I've ever seen him having this much fun.
I mean,
looking for the ruckus early. Michael Oku fights out and a left hand straight to the jaw.
If in doubt, punch him in the mush.
Oh, what a dropkick, leaping off that bottom rope.
Oh, and what's better than a punch in the mush? A kick, a 2-footer, right in your noggin. Goodness me.
Oku needs the space, he needs to breathe, and he's found that gap. He's now on top of Francisco, just wailing on him. There's not even any accuracy in those blows, he's just swinging wildly.
I mean, it's desperation here from Michael Oku, but that's because, David has been all over him since the start of this match, and this is the one opening he's had. This is the first time he's even been in with a chance here, so he's got to capitalise on it.
If this comes down to a fisticuffs, if you will, if it comes down to a scrap, you've got to give the advantage to David. Especially with Oku swinging so wildly, but he is dangerous, especially when he's in this kind of mode.
Well, now he's looking a lot more relaxed, a lot more comfortable. I wonder if Michael can smell some blood in the water, as it were. Oh.
He needs to stay on David. Giving David Francisco any time to breathe results in a slap round the chops, as you just saw.
He can't afford to be distracted by these fans.
And the second he gets on top, he gets distracted by the fans again. Sends Francisco. Francisco reverses, looks for that lariat. Oh, he looked for a crossbody, but Francisco caught him. Look for a fall-away slam. Sends him away. Look for that 404 knee. And he missed twice. Francisco had him scouted. That lariat came in.
Cleaned his clock. My goodness. I think we had some questions around how that injury was, Bobby, but I think David might have just resoundingly answered it.
Yeah. You want to see how my left arm is? I'll show you, Michael Oku. I will show you.
My goodness, what a hit. And just like that, David, back in control, looking comfortable again. Look at his stance here. I think we might be potentially about to see... Oh, yes!
Now that is a slap I like to call the Mad Kurt slap, because David laid him out with one.
And the difference between those sort of slaps and what Mad Kurt does is that David puts his whole body weight behind it, and Mad Kurt's a twig. So David's actually have some impact. David fired up here.
Stomping a mud hole in Michael Oku.
Making Michael cry. I love it.
Rex, how cathartic is this for you?
I mean, I think the table's levitating, if I'm honest, Bobby. So very cathartic, if you will.
So David not giving Michael the space to breathe.
Oh, that's smart from Michael Oku there. You can't take your eye off him, not even for a second.
That jawbreaker. Francisco reverses. Back, but no, flatliner, the fall from grace.
He's got it, Bobby. Come on, here we go. Could it be?
Oh, so close. Oku kicks out with less than half a second to spare.
But look at Michael Oku there. His body, his face just etched in pain. What an impact move that David had there. You know, he's got so many of these in his arsenal, but that one, it seemed effective.
Pulling Oku up by his hair now. Looking for the ruckus, setting him up. Oku sees it coming though, fighting for that wrist, grabbing it, wrist control. Super kick, no. Francisco reverses, holds on to it. Now he's looking to get underneath to get that power bomb. But Oku has done his homework, he knows what's coming. Him and David Francisco know each other so well.
Clubbing blows just to the top of the head there, followed up by a stiff right.
Again, taking his time, acknowledging the audience, giving David that time at the end to get out of the way to recover.
David had it scouted. I think he was goading him in. It's smart there from Francisco.
And a version of a one-arm powerbomb there. Look at the way Oku's back arched.
Rolls him over. What's he following up with here?
Look for a powerbomb. Rolls Oku up to his shoulders. No, reversal. Into the cover. No, he's looking for the half grab. How many ways can Oku find that half crab?
David's fighting it though, he's smart here. He's trying to make sure that he's not being rolled over. If he keeps pivoting, if he keeps turning his body in line with Michael. Oh no, but there it is.
He had a grip of Oku's fingers just for a small time there, but he managed to break the grip.
But it's like you said, Bobby, Michael's put this hold on so many times, even on Chris Jericho. He knows how to get his opponent into this position. And look how effective it is there. The pain on David Francisco's face there. He's in the middle of the ring.
Can Francisco reach the ropes? You're right, Rex, he's banging the centre there.
He's got to crawl, he's got to dig deep. Dig deep, David, come on, dig deep.
That is only inches, but it probably feels like miles to Francisco.
Oh, and he pulls him back. I'm telling you, Bobby, the pressure on your knee, on your lower back is unbelievable. It's even a simple hold like this.
Not only did he put him across the ring, he sat deeper. He's up on his shoulder.
He's probably further away now as well. David's got to come up with something. That's it, smart. Reaching for the foot. He's got to get some leverage.
Get that ankle. Try to roll through.
That's it. Fight, David. Fight. There we go.
Now, Francisco is definitely the stronger of the two, and I think that is where he got that advantage there.
Oh!
What a penalty kick from Oku.
Someone call a dentist. His teeth are in the back row.
That went further than Harry Kane's penalty in the Euros. Oh,
knees up.
Reversal. Knees up, looking for a crossface. Pulling now for a touch of his own medicine. Oku's in the centre of the ring with a devastating submission being put on.
David here with a slight twist on it. He's got the forearm bone, if you can see the forearm bone and also the bone in his hand, digging into Michael's face while he wrenches the shoulder separation as well.
That shortens the distance. That means the neck wrench is much
deeper. The forearm dug right into the nose of Michael Oku.
Now, Oku is flat in the middle of the ring. He's really going to have to work to get him out of this crossface.
The hard thing about this whole Bobby as well is that when you're in it, it's hard to even know where the ropes are. Look, Oku looking around, he's trying to figure out where he is and how he's going to get out of this.
Oku manages to get one of those long legs on the bottom rope. Francisco... No, Oku is tapping, but knowing that he can't be
knowing that he's not
here.
tapping out. He's got had a rope break, and while the ref is telling Francisco to get off.
Oh! And that's what David Francisco thinks of Michael Oku getting to the ropes.
David Francisco there tapping out right onto Michael Oku's body.
Right on the spine. Nasty. What's Francisco looking for? Is he looking for another lariat? Maybe the ruckus setting up that left arm. Yeah, looking for that ruckus there, that big Uranagi. Gets him up. No, reversal into an arm drag. Oku with a deep pin. And Francisco just gets out. Super kick to the jaw. Sending Francisco off the ropes.
We've seen this before.
404, brain not found. Michael Oku is now taking control of this match. Lines up Francisco. That running drop kick across the ring.
I was about to say, but David was still on his feet from the 404, but I don't know how smart that was because he just ate a drop kick. He's still fighting up though. He's trying to stay on his feet, but he's got to be aware of where his opponent is.
Oku got the top, the hop on Oku. Francisco trying to roll through and he makes it through. Oku actually got a one count there when David was just forcing his way through.
Michael there had a deep cover, the far leg hooked, but David had enough there in that deep cover to roll through. What's he got here?
Found the urine. Yes, the ruckus. He hits it. Oku is inside out. Both men are exhausted.
Oh, but David can't capitalise. Like you said, both men absolutely spent in the middle of the ring here.
You got to think if Francisco would have been able to get that cover straight away, this is over.
It had to have been, but just the amount of punishment both of them had dished out just couldn't quite capitalise on it. He probably took all of his strength just rolling out of that pin and hitting the move.
I don't think I've ever seen Francisco put such force on the ruckus. He drilled Oku into the mat high on his shoulders rather than the back.
Exactly, straight, deep and high into the canvas. Look at here, David. I mean, this is he's. Oh yes, there we go. Oh no. Oh Bobby, you hate to see it.
Our referee Oscar had almost counted both men out at 10. Francisco just rolls over into the cover. Oku with the wherewithal to get his foot on the bottom rope.
And this is the trouble with Oku. You can't take his ring awareness away from him. He knows where he is. He knows his way out of all these sticky situations he finds himself in. It's infuriating.
You got to think, even while both men were being counted down, Oku was judging the distance to that rope. Could he use that long frame to make it over?
And the same can be said for him moving out of the ring. He's moved out onto the apron where I think he thinks he's safe, Bobby, but I think David might be about to prove him different.
What's he looking for? Maybe a drag and a stalling DDT.
I think a Hangman's DDT might be on the cards here.
No.
Oku fighting it.
Looking. He pulled the rope back there. I think he got Francisco in the crotch.
I don't think Oscar saw it though.
Breaks him over the top rope. That's that. The neck is such a delicate place, and it just got pulled back over the top rope.
The neck of Francisco snapping back on that top rope there. You saw the whiplash as he bounced back.
Oku looking for springboard. Moonsault, springboard off the top. Oku straight back to the other side of the ring. Looking to go to the top again.
Watch out, David. Watch out.
Looking for the frog splash. He hits it clean.
Far leg hooked. Oh.
Over. Michael Oku manages to ease his way past David Francisco, but not without a fight.
Just like an Amaretti and Coke, mark this under things you hate to see, Bobby.
Now, to give Oku his credit, aside from a little bending of the rules at the end, he's stuck in this. He took some blows from Francisco. He came in with some tactics ready to go. But he knew coming in that Francisco was going to bring the fight. He was going to slug it out.
And you've got to believe there must be a part of Michael Oku with how dominant David was for the majority of this match that Michael Oku knows. Really, he was only a slither away from losing there.
You got to think if Oku and Francisco had fallen different ways after that ruckus, this could have been over a few minutes ago.
Exactly.
We could have had a different winner.
If he'd hit the ruckus earlier, or if he'd caught him and capitalised on that pin, these are incremental gains, small margins of what make up professional wrestling. And I know better than most people that Michael Oku knows that. So while he might be acting triumphant, I don't know how triumphant he feels inside, let me tell you.
He knows that was close. And David Francisco is getting a well-deserved round of applause from the Purpose audience here.
David knows it was close as well. You can tell that smile on his face. He knows just how hard he rode Michael Oku there.
I don't even think this was about a win for David Francisco. Obviously he wanted to... Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Oku back in the ring. Low blow. Oh, I don't know what else I expected from Michael Oku, but...
I mean, we've seen him low. We've seen him dastardly, but yeah, he still manages to find some new hidden depth to sink to. And I mean, what else other than that is there to say? He will always let you down.
Oku cannot stand anyone else getting any adulation, can he?
No. He was in the back. He'd gone to the back, and what did he hear? A round of applause, some cheering for a valiant effort from David Francisco. And what does he do? He just comes in and punches in between the legs. Ridiculous.
Unfortunately, Rex, I'm going to have to throw it to the back so we can hear from Michael Oku.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
There we go. Now, we're even. You want to attack me after my match? I just attacked you after yours. Kadoosh went to get the applause. Oh, I might have lost, but everybody look at me. We're back. Purpose is back. How about you back your ass up into my fucking. We're even, okay? Done. Even, done. It's time for me to move on. You move on. Have a good time. Enjoy the family, enjoy the kids. I hope the wedding goes well. Screw you, David.
I wanted to shut you up, and did I spend 10 minutes punching you in the face, kicking you in the mouth, throwing you around, and teaching you a lesson? Yes, I did. I can admit and I can live with the fact that in the end, regardless of how you do it, you ended up being the guy with the win, and I am not going to be out here and be an hypocrite and don't say that I understand why you did it the way you did, or make an excuse, and not even be a little respectful of your tenacity. There's a sports entertainment word. But when you come out, when I'm having probably the most special moment that I've had in 2023 so far, and you take away the opportunity that I have to thank the people that came to support Purpose and help it start again, and you take that moment away from me, it sounds to me that you're not done with me, Michael. Hey, if you're not done with me, I don't want you to miss anything in your life. If you're not done with me, it's okay. I get the message, you piece of trash.
That's it from us here at Friday I'm in Love. Don't miss any of the action here live in Wimbledon. Join us at the Merton Art Space. All details for tickets in the links in the description. Make sure you subscribe to the Purpose Wrestling YouTube channel for more great matches. Thank you for watching. See you next time.